Hello, friends. How are you? So, if you are new to me, if you've never seen me before, my name is Misty Shaheen, and today we are talking about how to identify your unique strengths. So, I am a health and life coach, and I work with so many women who um, truly don't know what makes them so unique, what makes them different. I work in the area of health and lifestyle, and then a lot of women, they want to, either they already are business people or they want to start a business, but they don't really know how they stand out. And so this is something I struggled with for a long time. When I first came in the online space, I've worked in online and from home in different capacities. However, I didn't know what made me unique. I didn't know what I was truly good at. I transferred some skills from previous employers. However, I didn't truly know what I was good at or why someone would want to work with me. So let me know in the comments if this sounds like you. If maybe you are really struggling, maybe you have thought about starting a business or you already have one, but you're feeling lost in a sea of entrepreneurs. Everyone these days seems to be working from home, and maybe you're really struggling with why someone would want to work with you over somebody else. So I love this topic. So, when I first came on the online space, I thought I wanted to be a virtual assistant. So, if you don't know what a virtual assistant is, it's like basically a behind the scenes person for somebody, whether it would be their social media or working on their website or just working with clients with somebody else's clients in the behind the scenes, like admin type of work, because that's what I had done before I started working from home. So I transferred some of those skills. And that's a great place to start. If you are unsure on where to start, like start with what you know. Like start with what did you do before you wanted to work from home and how can you transfer some of those skills to working from home now. Um, However, I stumbled upon some people and coaches and mentors was asking things like, what's your unique selling point? And I'm like, what is your USP? They would say. And I had no idea. I'm like, I don't know. I just want to make money from home, right? However, you were born with certain gifts that no one else has. And you are so special and so unique that you have certain qualities and certain traits that not everyone has. And a lot of times we take our true strengths for granted because it comes so natural to us, we don't even realize we have them. So I used to pour myself over personality tests and trying to figure out how I was different. And one of my favorite tools was Gallup.com. So you can go on to Gallup.com. It's a strengths finder. They also have a book called Strengths Finder. And you take a test, it's like $25, and it'll tell you like your top 5 strengths. And I was really intrigued when I got my results back that my number one gift was strategy. And here I was trying to be a behind the scenes person as a virtual assistant. And guess what? My number one gift is strategy. So I didn't realize that not everyone is good at like setting goals and create a plan and knowing what steps to take you into. And this is why, so many people came to me for weight loss and it worked well because I was really good at seeing, okay, these are the habits you have, this is where you want to go, and these are the steps that we need to take to get you there. So let me know if you love strategy, if you, it's okay if you don't. So I would love to just see who in the comments, maybe this is something, an area, zone of genius for you versus this is something I really struggle with. So another thing that you can do is pay attention to what people compliment you on. People compliment me on, I'm so driven, I'm dedicated. So pay attention to that. But my favorite thing to recognize where these strengths are and these gifts are is astrology and your personal natal birth chart. So I started getting into astrology about 3 to 4 years ago. Again, I was really struggling in my business. I had success, but I felt like I just blended in a sea of coaches, a sea of weight loss coaches, a sea of fitness enthusiasts, and I didn't truly know why people would come to me versus somebody else. And so if you have ever run your natal chart, let me know in the comments what is your sun sign. And if you know your moon sign and your rising sign, let me know that too. So I want to talk today about the 3 main signs in your astrological natal chart and how it can help you identify where you have these natural born strengths. So every sign in the zodiac has different strengths, and we're so different. We're all unique. So your sun sign is like how you see yourself, but you're going to have the characteristics of that sun sign. So if you've ever read like your horoscope in the back of a magazine, you might identify with that sign. My sun sign is Leo. So Leos are natural born leaders. They love to be in the spotlight. They love to be on camera. Again, this is something I didn't really know. It was a gift I had because I thought everyone loved to be on camera. Like, why? I love it, so why wouldn't everybody, right? But not everyone does. So your sun sign is how you see yourself. It also represents like your ego, your creative fuel, like how you get energy. Your moon sign represents your emotions, and it's more of your inner world. So the characteristics of your moon sign won't be quite as strong as your sun sign, but they're still there kind of under the surface. It's kind of the stuff you don't let everyone else see. And then your rising sign is also important. Your rising sign is like the mask you show to the world. It is how other people see you. Even though you may not see yourself this way, it is how other people see you. So I want to tell you a story about this. For years, anytime I was like working somewhere, I had good friends tell me that the first time they met me, they thought I was a total bitch. And they did not like me. They was intimidated by me. They couldn't read me, couldn't figure me out. And then over time, they got to know me and they're like, I like you now. So, and I was so confused by this. I'm like, well, they're natural leaders. They're very charismatic. They're ambitious. Like, what? I thought everyone likes a Leo, right? Well, I have a Scorpio rising. So this is my ascendant sign. This is my rising sign. Rising ascendant can be used interchangeably. And I have it in the sign of Scorpio. And Scorpio is kind of the misunderstood sign of the zodiac. And no one quite can understand them because they're very deep thinkers. They're very like mystical thinkers. They love to just investigate and get to the bottom of things. And they're very intuitive, so they can read you, but they kind of put up this mask where they don't always let people in. So that's just a little sign about my rising sign, and I didn't always know that about me until I started digging into my astrological natal chart. So If you want to know more about this, I am offering 50 free readings. I am currently in a certification program to where I am going to be able to tell you different personalities and how to nurture your emotions, your self-care, and also tell you a little bit about your career path and some of your bigger obstacles here in this world, in this lifetime. So if you want to know more about that, then just shoot me a comment below or shoot me a personal message and I'll get you the link to book. It's totally free. It will be recorded and I will send you a copy of the recording. So I'm going to talk about your sun sign. Your sun sign, I want to go through each sign of the zodiac and tell you a little bit about that sign and what are some of the natural gifts. So if you have a sun sign in Aries, you're a leader. You are a risk taker. You're probably very athletic. You're very much about your physical body. And people really look to Aries for that direction, for that leadership, and kind of taking initiative, because not everyone has that motivation to really go after it. And so you probably are really good at motivating other people or inspiring other people. Let me know in the comment if you have an Aries sun sign. So let's talk about Taurus. Anyone here a Taurus sun? So Taurus they're an earth sign, so they're very practical. They have a great work ethic, and they are a long-term commitment type of person. They are not into anything short-term. They take a long time to make a decision, but once they're like in it for the long haul. So if you have a Taurus friend, you know that they are there through everything. They'll never leave you. So if you are that person, you're a Taurus, then you have the gift of like dedication, commitment, you're a hard worker, and you really build things to last. So let me know in the comments if you are a Taurus. So Gemini is the third sign of the zodiac, and they're an air sign. Air sign is all about like mental clarity, communication. Gemini, they're very social, they're witty, they're funny, they're very intellectual. They kind of intellectualize everything. They're very well read. They love to read. They love to just dabble into all kinds of different topics and subjects. They probably are bookworms. So if you are a Gemini, you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of resources to share, but you're also really great at communication. You're really great at expressing yourself. You're also really great at weighing out the pros and the cons, or looking at like different perspectives and different sides of the story. So Gemini is also known as like the journalist or the whistleblower, because they will be the one to call someone out and say, hey, I did my research and this is not true, or this is what I found out. So if you have Gemini, let me know in the comments, who are my Geminis? So next up is Cancer. Cancers, some of my best friends have been Cancers. Cancer is the mother of the zodiac. They are a water sign, so they're very intuitive. They're highly emotional. They're very nurturing. They can truly hold space. So they're great listeners. They are great community builders. They just make everyone be seen and heard and just valued. So if you are a Cancer, you're probably great at, family things. You're great at mothering. You're great at being that true friend who can just like lend an ear, lend a hug, because they are so good at just holding space for other people and really helping people to have their emotions. So I already talked a little bit about Leo because that's what I am. That's my sun sign. So Leos are great at leadership. People see them as natural born leaders. They are very entrepreneurial. They're creative. They're all about creative expression. So they're bold. A Leo doesn't really care about what you think of them. They do, but they don't let it show. So we'll talk about that at a later video. But Leos are very creative. They're very entrepreneurial, and they can be organized. They're especially good at being in the spotlight, taking center stage, taking control of the situation, like being the boss and calling the shots. Leo is very natural in that position. So Virgos, let me know in the comments what your sun sign is. For our Virgos is another earth sign. They're very organized. They're very great with a plan. They're not the most creative, so they won't be like Leo to where they'll just kind of do their own thing, but they're really good at just following directions, following a plan, and helping other people follow a plan. They're also really good in the body. They rule over self-care, so they're the healers of the zodiac. And Virgos are very dependable, reliable, and responsible. If you want to put someone responsible in charge, look to your Virgos. They're very good with money. My dad is a Virgo. He does taxes, and this is a common thing I've noticed with Virgos. They're very good with money. They're very good with numbers, and they can run the numbers and tell you like where you stand. So if you need someone to do your taxes, or you need someone to do your books, or a financial planner, look to the Virgo. So next up is a Libra. If you are a Libra, you're really great in relationships. Libra is an air sign. They're ruled by Venus. Venus is all about love and beauty. So Libra, she loves everything to be balanced and in harmony. So she loves fashion and makeup, interior design, but everything has to be like visually pleasing, aesthetically good. Everything has to have like a place and it looks good together. Libra's really good with that. She's also really good in relationships. So anything with friendships or throwing a party, they're great at like event planning. They're very, very sociable. They can talk to anybody and anybody will be their friend like immediately. They can win anybody over. Next up is Scorpio. So again, Scorpio, as I mentioned, this is kind of the sign that a lot of people misunderstand. So Scorpio is another water sign, and she's very intuitive. She has psychic abilities. A Scorpio, any water sign, but especially Scorpio, they'll start to just get a feeling for people. And they can't quite tell you why they don't like someone or why they do like someone, but it's almost instantly. I can tell you like I don't get a good feeling or I don't like them, and can't tell you exactly why, but it's just an internal like nudge. And that is Scorpio. Scorpio is very in touch with her feelings. She's emotionally intelligent and she loves to dig deep. So So she loves deep conversations, intimate relationships, and she loves to get to the bottom of things. So Scorpio topic that she's interested in, she will research to the ends of the earth until she gets all of the answers, all of the facts. So let me know if you are a Scorpio. Sagittarius is next, and Sagittarius is a fire sign. Fire signs are very passionate. They are very enthusiastic, and Sagittarius is known as the natural salesman. They can talk to anybody into anything. Sagittarius is also known as the traveler. They're the explorer. They just love to just be out and about and explore, and they're also very well read. However, they're into higher education, whereas Gemini is like kind of dabbling into just about anything. Sagittarius will pick something they're really interested in, and they will just like learn everything there is to learn about it, and then they'll come back and teach it to somebody else. So if you didn't figure out, I have a Sagittarius moon. So this is a side that I don't really show everyone because it's my moon sign. However, it is there kind of underneath the surface. And if you get an astrological reading, then, we will talk about your moon sign. So Sagittarius, they're philosophers. They love to travel. They love different cultures. They love learning about different cultures. So let me know if you are a Sagittarius or if you know a Sagittarius in your life. Capricorn is next. Capricorn is another earth sign. Capricorn is all about business. They are super serious. They do have like kind of a dark sense of humor, but they have a work ethic like no one else I know. Oh, I'm back. So Capricorn, they love to work. They're also all about creating a good plan, strategy, following the plan. They're very patient. They're very patient sign. So if you're a Capricorn, you probably love to work, or if you have any kind of Capricorn in your chart. So the next sign we're going to talk about is Aquarius. Aquarius is the humanitarian of the zodiac. They are an air sign, so they're also great at communication and relationships. Aquarius is the team player, though. Aquarius is about doing things These are people that are trying to see the oceans and trying to see the planet. These are the people who are vegetarians or vegans. They just love to do things for everyone else. And so a downfall of Aquarius is they don't always do things for them, and that's a downfall. So every sign has good qualities and some shadow sides that they need to work on. So Aquarius, they're great team builders. They are a team player, and they are just great building relationships and doing things because it needs done, and they don't care. They don't care about work. They'll do it if it needs done. Tiffany, that's you. Great. So Pisces, let me know who here is a Pisces. So Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, and they are another water sign. Strengths of Pisces, they're very spiritual. They are highly creative. So a lot of musicians, artists, Pisces, they don't really have any boundaries. So they'll just create heart's content. They Pisces believe we're all here, we're all connected, and so compassion and body. So life path, the thing that you. So let me know in the comments if that's something that you want.